There is a hunger within us that food cannot satisfy. There is a thirst that water cannot quench. We live in a world that promises us that happiness is just one purchase, one click, or one sensory experience away. But what happens when the thing that promises to fill us up actually starts to empty us from the inside out? Welcome back to Monk Wisdom, the sanctuary for your mind and the dojo for your soul. Here, we do not just tell stories, we hold up mirrors to our own nature, seeking the ancient truths hidden in the fabric of existence. Today, we journey into the heart of the ancient woods. We are going to explore a story about a noble deer, a seductive spring, and the terrifying cost of trading your inner peace for a fleeting moment of pleasure. This is not just a fable about animals. This is the story of the modern human condition. It is a story about the chains of attachment, the cunning of the ego, and the liberating power of true friendship. So find a comfortable space, take a deep breath, let go of the distractions of the day. Let us walk the path of wisdom together. Long ago, in a forest that breathed with the rhythm of the earth, lived a deer named Elian. Elian was a creature of grace. He lived in the present moment, the true definition of Zen. When he ate, he simply ate. When he ran, he was the running. He found contentment in the crisp morning air and the simple shade of the great oaks. But the mind is a restless wanderer. One afternoon, Elian ventured off his usual path. He found a hidden clearing, untouched by the sun, dominated by a massive slate-gray boulder. From this stone wept a trickle of water, pooling into a basin that shimmered with an unnatural violet hue. Curiosity, the mother of both invention and destruction, drew him in. Elian took a sip. It was unlike anything he had ever known. It wasn't just water, it tasted like nostalgia, like victory, like pure euphoria. In that single sip, Elian felt a rush of pleasure so intense it drowned out the forest, the birds, and his own thoughts. He thought he had found paradise, but in truth he had found a prison. The ancients tell us that desire is a fire that grows hotter the more fuel you feed it. Elian decided that the river water he used to drink was bland, boring, and insufficient. He needed the violet water. Days turned into weeks. Elian stopped grazing. He stopped visiting the meadow. He stopped grooming his coat. His life shrank until it fit inside the rim of that small violet pool. He drank, and for a moment he was high on the sweetness. But the second the water left his tongue, a hollow ache opened in his chest, a thirst 10 times more painful than before. This is the paradox of hedonism. The more you chase pleasure, the less you feel, and the more you need. Elian was no longer living in the forest. He was living in a cycle of craving and withdrawal. He was alone, shivering and hollow, yet he could not leave. In our weakest moments, when our vibration is low, we attract predators. Enter Silas, the fox. Silas was not a hunter of flesh. He was a hunter of value. He represented the ego, calculating, transactional, and ruthlessly opportunistic. Silas had been watching Elian wither away. He saw not a suffering soul, but an opportunity for profit. He approached Elian, who was trembling by the rock, his eyes wide with desperate thirst. "Greetings, noble friend," Silas purred, his voice like silk dragged over gravel. "You look burdened. That water gives you life, does it not? But I see it also brings you pain." Elian looked up, his vision blurred. "It is everything to me, Silas, but I am so tired. I drink, but I am never full. I am trapped." Silas smiled, a sharp white crescent. "I have a solution, Elian. I know the secret of this spring.
It demands a toll. The water hurts you because you are carrying too much weight. I can show you how to drink without pain, to feel only the euphoria forever. Tell me, Elian begged. I will give anything.
It is a small price, Silas whispered, stepping closer. Give me your coat, your skin. It is heavy, is it not? You don't need it here in the shadows. Let me flay you. Take that beautiful spotted hide, and in return you shall have the secret to eternal pleasure. Think about this, friends. The fox was asking Elian to give up his authenticity, his protection, his very identity in exchange for the continuation of an illusion. How often do we do this? We sell our integrity for status. We sell our time for distractions. We skin ourselves alive to feed our addictions. Elian, broken and desperate, was about to agree. He was ready to trade his existence for one more hit of dopamine. But the universe watches over those who are lost. From the canopy above, a shadow dived. It was Master Orin, the great horned owl, the keeper of ancient mindfulness. He landed between the deer and the fox, his talons gripping the earth, his eyes burning with the fire of truth. "Silence, deceiver," Orin commanded. The fox realized his manipulation was exposed, snarled and slunk back into the darkness. Sunlight cannot bargain with shadow, it simply dispels it. Elian was confused. "Why did you stop him? He was going to save me." Orin looked at the deer with deep compassion. "He was going to consume you, Elian. He was selling you a coffin and calling it a bed." "But the water," Elian wept. "It is magical. I cannot live without it." "It is not magic," Orin said softly. "It is Samsara. It is the water of illusion. I know this, Elian, because many winters ago, I drank from it too." Elian froze. The wise master had been a slave? "I spent years staring into that pool," Orin confessed. "I thought it was the source of joy, but I learned the hard truth. You cannot fill a hole in your spirit with something from the outside world. The thirst you feel is not for water, it is a thirst for peace. And this water is salt. The more you drink, the faster you die." "How do I stop?" Elian asked, his body shaking with the terror of withdrawal. "I am weak." "The secret is not magic, Elian. It is will and awareness. You must starve the demon to feed the soul. But," Orin paused, looking toward the bushes, "you cannot do it alone." Wisdom shows us the path, but love helps us walk it. Out of the ferns hopped Milo, the rabbit. Milo was not strong like the bear or wise like the owl, but Milo possessed the greatest power of all, karuna, or compassion. Milo and Elian had grown up together, but the addiction had separated them. "I am here, Elian," Milo said. The recovery was not a montage of easy victories. It was a battle. For 3 days and 3 nights, Elian burned with fever. His mind screamed for the violet water. He tried to run back to the rock, but Milo stood in his way, not with force, but with presence. When Elian raged, Milo listened. When Elian cried, Milo sat in silence beside him. When Elian forgot who he was, Milo told him stories of their childhood, reminding him of the taste of fresh clover and the thrill of the run. Milo didn't try to fix Elian. He simply offered connection. He replaced the false connection of the addiction with the real connection of friendship. Slowly the fog lifted. Elian took a sip of ordinary stream water.
At first, it tasted like nothing, but as he drank, he felt something he hadn't felt in months: hydration, nourishment, reality. He realized that the boring life of the forest was actually a life of freedom. He looked at his coat, still intact thanks to the owl, and he looked at his friend. He had almost sold his soul, but he had been saved by the intervention of wisdom and the persistence of love. Elian never returned to the gray rock. He learned that true happiness is not a spike of euphoria, but a baseline of serenity. So here is the lesson for us, the students of monk wisdom. We all have a violet spring. It might be the validation of strangers on social media. It might be a toxic relationship that feels like fire and ice. It might be a substance, a habit, or the endless pursuit of more money. The fox, the industries and people who profit from your pain, will tell you that you just need one more hit, one more product, one more sacrifice of your integrity to be happy. Don't listen to the fox, listen to the owl. Acknowledge that external things cannot fix internal problems. And most importantly, find your rabbit, find your community. We are not meant to fight our demons in the dark alone. Recovery is reclaiming your skin. It is reclaiming your ability to find joy in the simple, ordinary, magnificent flow of life. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If this story resonated with your spirit, consider joining our Sangha, our community, by clicking the subscribe button and ringing the bell. Here we prioritize wisdom over noise. I have a question for you today, and I want you to be honest in the comments below. What is the violet spring in your life right now? What is the one thing you are chasing that leaves you feeling more thirsty after you get it? Let's discuss it down below. Your insight might just be the owl that someone else needs to hear today. Until next time, stay wise, stay present, and find peace in the simple stream.